Hello, I'm Graham Horton and welcome to this video. Now in this video I've got another product release for you, and it's for a wireless microphone by Neewer, and it's the model KM19. Now this is Neewer's competition, if you like, to mics like the Hollyland Lark M2 and the Boya Mini and the DJI mic. All these are compact mic systems, but I think the Neewer one has the edge over most of these, as you'll see in this video. Currently I'm recording this using the Boya Mini, and you can see the transmitters here on my jumper, magnetically coupled to a lanyard around my neck to hold it in the correct place. So this is using the Blackmagic Cinema app to record the video on the iPhone 17 Pro Max. First of all, full disclaimer, of course, I was sent this to review for you by Neewer, but as usual, these are fully independent reviews. I'm not told what to say, what I can't say. If there's any issues with the product, then you'll get to hear about them in this video. Neewer haven't seen this before production and upload of this video. Let's unbox this, install it, and I'll show you how to use the NEEWER Mic App to give you full functionality of this device, something that's not been covered too often in the reviews so far. This app allows you to set lots of parameters of the microphone to tweak it to give you the best possible audio output. So let's unbox it again and have a look at the device. So this is the KM19 microphone. Let's just have a brief look at some of the specifications. First of all, it's 48 kilohertz 16-bit recording. The transmission from the transmitter to receiver is 2.4 gigahertz and up to 200 meters unobstructed line of sight. That's just over 650 feet. The transmitter weight is just over 14 grams, which is about 0.5 of an ounce. Battery life is about 8 hours per charge, and from the case you can get up to 3 charges, so between 24 and 30 hours in total. Signal to noise ratio is 81 decibels, and the sound pressure level is 120 decibels. From the NEEWER Mic App, you've got 5 levels of noise cancellation, 3 levels of vocal enhancement, and a low cut filter. Connectivity, of course, is through USB-C on the receiver. You then use the adapters for either lightning or for using with your camera. So let's have a closer look at the device. I'll unbox this. So you get the basic user's guide here. We get a soft pouch which will carry the charging docking station, but in here you've got the accessories. If I just take those out, with the accessories you can see we've got USB-A to USB-C, so that enables you to charge the docking station to provide power for the lithium-ion battery. You can see we've got 2 adapters here. One is USB-C to lightning, so iPhone 14 and below you could use this with it, and you've got a USB-C to USB-C, so that acts as an extension if you need to separate the receiver more from your smartphone or your laptop. So those are the accessories. Let me just push those to one side and we'll get out the actual microphone itself. So this is the charging case. There is a little LED window here which will give us the charging status of the transmitters. So you've got the USB-C charging port, so you can charge the internal lithium-ion battery. Opening the case, you can see we've got the 2 transmitters and the receiver. The receiver, of course, is powered through USB-C. It doesn't have its own internal battery. Now if we look at the display, if I just take out one microphone to start this thing charging, if I plug it back in, you probably just see on the display there we've got the charging status of the 2 transmitters, so left and right. You can see the charge level of each device, so they're both being charged, and here we've got the actual capacity of the internal lithium ion. Let's take out a transmitter and the receiver. Easy if you take out both transmitters. So this is the receiver KM19. You got TX1, which is left, TX2, which is right, and on the bottom we got the pairing button. So here we've got USB-C pass-through power. So if you want to power your camera whilst you're doing extended recording from a power bank, then you would simply plug your power supply into that port. On the transmitters, you can see we've got two LEDs. One shows us the connectivity between the transmitter and receiver. Here it's looking for the receiver to pair, but obviously the receiver isn't powered at the moment. And the other LED gives us an indication of when the noise reduction mode is enabled. On the bottom are the two pogo contacts, which mate up with the two pogo pins in the bottom of the case to provide power during charging. Got a set button on the side which allows us to set the noise reduction on and off or pairing. The microphone comes with a removable foam windshield if you want to apply that, and that just slides over the mic element like so. On the back you've got this magnetic clip, so if you want to use that with one of the magnetic lanyards then you can do that, or you could put a piece of steel behind there and clip it to your shirt. That's not supplied with the kit. So now you're hearing the audio direct from the KM19 again into the Blackmagic Cinema app on the iPhone 17 Pro Max. I haven't changed the gain from the Boya setting just to give you an idea of the sensitivity of this microphone. It does appear to be a little bit more sensitive than the Boya. So I'm going to go into the NEEWER Mic App and just drop the volume a little bit rather than adjusting the volume in the Blackmagic Cinema app. So one moment and I'll be back. Well, I'm back now, having reset the gain of the microphone in that NEEWER Mic App, and it's giving me a -9 dB on the VU meter, so that should be giving us good, nice, clear audio. I'm going to go into that NEEWER app, and you can actually see this on desktop and see how you can control the features of this particular microphone. So I'm going to stop the recording on the Blackmagic Cinema app, go into screen recording, and hopefully you'll get the idea of how we can use that app to control this particular microphone. So we're going to go into the NEEWER app, and you can see on screen the features you get with it. If we go into the home screen first of all, to give you an idea, if you load the app, it's looking to load the Bluetooth for the KM19B. This one is a KM19, so it doesn't support the Bluetooth connectivity for other features, but you can go directly into the headphone symbol there, and that will bring up the interface for that microphone. You can see on screen it does say in the top left hand side KM19, so we're actually adjusting the values for the KM19. See the VU meter there? To the left of it you can see the fact we're in mono mode, so we've got one single microphone and it's recording onto both tracks. Underneath that is a slider to show you the gain that you're applying to the microphone. Go to the four squares left hand side, touch that, and it brings you into the setup menus. So the sample rate we've got at the moment is 48 kilohertz, the standard for sort of audio recording. I've got a low pass filter of 75 hertz. The input channel we're doing mono, so from one microphone we're recording to two channels. It only supports 16-bit audio, so it's not quite as precise as microphones that have 24-bit, but nevertheless good enough for these type of recordings. Noise reduction mode is off, vocal boost is off, and the audio recording source is obviously USB. The file can be MP3, WAV, AAC or FLAC, so we're going to stay in MP3. And if we go back to the main menu, you can see you've got a folder here which shows you the files that you've already recorded. So that is how we would change it. And I'm going to actually record some passage on this recorder. So I'm going to hit the microphone value, and you can see that's the waveform being displayed for this particular setup. So at the moment this is just with that low pass filter fitted. We're going to stop the recording and add a little bit of noise reduction. So we're going to turn on noise reduction, and you can see we've got 4 levels. So we're going to go into level 1 first of all. We'll start recording again, and this is obviously with noise reduction level 1. So it might just be clipping some of the audio. There's also a facility at the top there called AI denoising, and I'll just pause this, but I think it has to stop recording before it will allow you to change that. Yeah, you've got to stop recording, so I'm going to stop recording, back to the main interface. We'll put AI noise recording on, and I'll start recording. So this is a test recording with the AI noise reduction mode applied. Let's now look at some of the vocal boost facilities. So I'm going to turn off, first of all, the noise reduction. We'll go to the 4 squares and we'll go into noise reduction mode off, and we'll go vocal boost, and we'll go to level 2 for a start. Back to recording screen, and we'll start recording. So this is a recording now with the vocal boost, and you can see already on the waveform that it's given more volume to the device and should be giving us a little bit more bass. So this is a test with vocal boost at level 2. Well, as this is a Type-C output from the receiver, you can plug this into your iPhone from 15 onwards. You can use the included USB-C to Lightning adapter if you've got the previous version of the iPhone from 15, but you can also plug this into your PC to give you local audio input for voiceovers or dictation or Zoom or something like that. So you can use your PC. Additionally, you can use something like the DJI Osmo Pocket 3, and again with the USB port on there, you can plug in the receiver. This is the one for the KM18. You can plug that into the port. Now that you've got the receiver plugged into that USB-C port of the DJI Pocket 3, you can go into the menu and set the volume for that particular microphone. With that KM19 receiver plugged in and your microphone here, you're going to get some great audio recording on this device, as you can see from the sample footage I shot just a few moments ago. So you can see on the DJI Pocket 3, I've gone into the Pro mode and selected the microphone from the menu, and to get the right levels on here, I set the gain down to -2 and we're in the mono mode. So I've reset all the levels on the NEEWER Mic App. So we've got just the low cut at 75 Hz, turned off the noise reduction, turned off the vocal enhancement, and you're hearing the audio directly from the KM19 on the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. Just set the levels correct on the menu with the DJI Pocket 3. So this is the quality of the audio when combined with the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. Well, I think this is a fantastic little microphone. Pair that with the NEEWER Mic App and you've got a fantastic system. Allows you to set the low frequency cutoff point, allows you to set microphone volume, allows you to set the noise reduction level should you need it in some of your productions, and also to give you that vocal enhancement if you want to get a richer, deeper sound. So that's it for this video. Thanks very much for watching, and of course if you're a new viewer and you like these type of product reviews, why not hit the subscribe button and that bell notification icon, and you'll be advised when I upload new videos in this series. So until then, thanks very much for watching. Please do take care, and I do hope to see you very, very soon. Goodbye for now.